Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to a weird day, a very, very weird day, a very weird afternoon. It's weird because, first and foremost, Cossy and Xhaka are on the same side for the first time. We are on the same side. I'm on the same side as Granit Xhaka. And that really never happens because I'm not a Xhaka man. He's not my man. But today we are on the same side, and I'm going to be breaking down um our weaknesses this campaign. That's what I'm going to be doing in this video, and I'm going to be calling out on whoever has been promising us that there needs to be an investment, that there is going to be an investment. This is the time to act on that. So smash the like button, do subscribe to the channel as well, and join me in the comment section and let me know whether you think the lack of, the lack of deep quality in this side is the reason as to why we are not in the UEFA Champions League. But before getting into that, let's start off with Granit Xhaka's comments yesterday, because Xhaka, for me, he was straight on. He was spot on. He was asked about the poor performance, and he said, "Look, we didn't follow the instructions of the coach, which I personally didn't, which we cannot know. But if they didn't follow the instructions of the coach, then there is nothing to say about that. But what is very important here about Xhaka, he said, we did not deserve to be on the pitch. That is one. And he also said that with that performance, with such displays, you do not qualify. You do not deserve to be in the UEFA Champions League, and you do not deserve to be in the Europa League as well. He also said a point that for me was really nailed on. He said, "Look, if a player is not ready for these kind of games, do not fucking come close. Do not step on the pitch. Do not come to the pitch if you feel you're not ready for this game." And I know indirectly, as a former leader, as one of the key players in that side, I know what he was meaning. I know what he was trying to talk about. He was talking about, right? He was talking about the Arsenal 11. He was talking about all those players because he was asked whether the players are not ready for the game because they are young. And he said, "Look, it's not because they are young. It is not because these players are little. But if you're not ready for this game, if you're not ready for this kind of pressure, don't come close. Do not come close to the pitch. Stay on the bench or stay at home." And that is a message that goes out to many Arsenal players, because what we saw yesterday was disgraceful, was something that you cannot get past. That is something that you don't get past as a fan easily. It will keep on replaying in our minds how we lay down, and we were just we were destroyed by Newcastle as we watched on. Many of those players, many of the senior players in that team, honestly, like Xhaka said, they are not fit to be playing for this team. Many of these players that we have are not the quality that we should be having. And look, these young players are going to grow and they're going to become into something big. And we understand that, right? But Xhaka himself, Mohamed Elneny as well, those senior players, those players that we call senior, the Cedric Soares of this world, those senior players are not supposed to be playing for this team. It's not all about not ready for the game, stay at home and everything. They are not supposed to be playing for Arsenal Football Club. Not Elneny, not Xhaka, not Cedric, not Edin Nketiah, not Alexander Lacazette, not Nicolas Pepe. And that is what Xhaka was talking about. Right? Yes, I know he was disappointed because his fellow teammates did not rise up, up to the occasion in that game. It was like, it was like a police officer who's getting shot at and they're hiding, right? your team members are being shot at, and you're hiding. That's what we are doing today. We were hiding away from the bullets. We were hiding away from the bullets, forgetting that you're already in the firing zone. Bullets are going to bullets are going to hit you whatsoever, whether you fight back or you do not fight back. And we chose not to fight back. And that's what Jacques was talking about. That a player who's not ready for that kind of game, do not come close. Don't come close to the pitch. Stay at home. But the real message, right? The real message, and that is why I've derived my thumbnail and title. It's time to spend now. It's time to invest in Arsenal. The real message goes out back to the Cronkies, back to Edu, and back to Mikel. Enough with the fringe players. Enough with the fringe players, because they can only take you so far. That's the truth. These fringe players can only take you so far. They can win you a game, they can win you 2 games, and that's it, right? I've seen Mama El Neni signing a new contract, and to some extent had become a little bit complacent as well. And it's like, probably you give him the new contract. You don't give him the new contract. Mo El Neni should be leaving Arsenal, should have left Arsenal years and years ago. Not because he's a bad player, but he's not good enough. He's just okay, and okay players do not take you to the next level. It's the same thing with Rob Holding. It's the same thing with Granit Xhaka. For Christ's sake, Xhaka as a player is not going to take us anywhere. He's not going to take us anywhere. Forget the fact that he's played as a back, in a back 3. Forget the fact that he's played at right back and left back. Forget all that. Focus on what exactly do we get out of him. I mean, look, if you want to understand that your team is not right up there at that level that you want it to be, and it's not moving in the right direction to go there, look at the amount of excuses you always have to make for your team when we lose. The referee was not good enough. We should have had a penalty. That shouldn't have been a penalty. Player ABC was offside. The moment you find yourself looking for more than 10 reasons to defend your team whenever they lose, just know you're not good enough. Just know you're not good enough, right? Because City lost points against West Ham over the weekend, and I didn't see City fans really shouting at the referee or anything like that. They said, "Look, we take it. We were not good enough. We let Jared Bowen and Mikel Antonio slip, and that's why we've lost." If you cannot do that, if your team has not put you to that level where you can defend it, where you can acknowledge your mistakes, where you can criticize, constructive criticism, you're not yet there. And it's what Jacques spoke about yesterday in that interview, that the more you have these performances, you don't deserve to be in the UEFA Champions League. You don't deserve to be in the Europa League. You don't deserve to be there, because these are competitions where it's all about character. It's all about character. Frankfurt against Barcelona. If you saw that game, it's all about character. It's all about a game plan. It's all about following the game plan. And when I was doing my reaction, Frankfurt Barcelona, when Frankfurt kicked us out, I said I had never seen a team like Frankfurt that they stuck to their game plan right from minute 1 to minute 90, regardless of them being in the driving seat in